Welcome back, dear viewers. You are still watching The Breakfast Show, and in this segment of our program, we will talk about Ahlan Ramadan 2024 exhibition, which was inaugurated by Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli. The exhibition is organized by Ministries of Supply and Internal Trade, Trade and Industry, Small Enterprise Development Agency, the Federation of Chambers of Commerce, and the Cairo Chamber. The Prime Minister emphasized that the organization of Ahlan Ramadan exhibitions in all governorates of the Republic is based on the directives of President Abdul al-Sisi to provide citizens with the best goods at competitive prices. And to shed more light on this issue, we are joined over the phone by Mr. Abdul Latif, Wahba journalist. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Yeah.
So, Mr. Abdul Latif, can you please shed light on the Ahlan Ramadan exhibitions and their main aims and targets?
As you know that there is an economic problems or crisis all over the world. This is due to what happened during the seasons of or the year of Corona, and then the Russian-Ukrainian war, and the current war of Israel against Gaza. This is, of course, played an important role in increasing the prices of the main commodities all over the world. This is because of the disruptions of supply chains and so on. But in Egypt, during the last year, for example, not only for preparing for Ramadan month, but since the beginning of the last year and until now, the government, the cabinet, and also the main bodies of the Egyptian societies organized many exhibitions for Ramadan commodities in Cairo and also in other parts and all the Egyptian provinces. This is by the help of the societal service divisions of the army, Chamber of Commerce, and industries federations and the businessmen, especially as you know that during the cabinet meeting in last month, we, according to the Prime Minister, we stated many strategic commodities. Like wheat, like corn, like also dairies and sugar and vegetable oils and so on. And they consider this as strategic commodities that all the Egyptian families depended on consuming these commodities. So the Egyptian cabinet with the supply ministry and also with the social organizations and the societies organized many exhibitions in all the Egyptian provinces. As you know that we have a retail companies, but these companies are concentrated in the main cities. But they give the cabinet and also supply ministers with the help of the army and the federations, industrial federations, they moved many convoys for commodities on all the Egyptian provinces in villages, in rural areas, and so on. They cut their prices by about 30% if we compare that with the supply chains like supermarkets and the malls and so on. They cut the prices by 35%. And this is, of course, to encourage the people to take what they need in Ramadan. And as you know, that in Ramadan month, for example, this is the only month the consumptions of the main strategic commodities rate increased during this month, especially from the poultry, from the meat, rice, vegetable oils, sugars, sweets, and so on.
So, Mr. Abdul Latif, what is your opinion regarding the special care paid by the state to low-income brackets?
As you know that during the last month, for example, as you know that President Abdul Fattah al-Sisi recommended and directed the cabinet to increase the social bonuses for the Egyptian people, for the state employees, and also for the pensions and so on, and decided to increase the wages and the salaries starting from the first of this month. This is, of course, away from the beginning of the fiscal year that will start in June next. The fiscal year 2024-25. This is, of course, aimed to help the people to face the stagflations that is imported from abroad during the last months. Because of the increase of the prices in global markets and so on.
Sir, finally, one final question. What is the role of the private sector when it comes to providing the basic commodities at reasonable prices to people? And what about the efforts of the government in controlling the prices? Do you expect that the prices will witness a decrease in the coming period after the stability of the US dollar?
Yeah, of course, as you know that all these procedures happened in coordination with the private sector. So why? Because the private sectors are the main player in the Egyptian market and also who owned the commodities factories and so on. And at the same time, as you know, that when the cabinet and the supply ministry decided to put some procedures to overcome the high prices of commodities, they coordinated with the private sectors in this field. And at the same time, as you know, that the cabinet, supply ministry, held a gentle agreement or a friendly agreement with the private sectors to help the Egyptian societies, all the Egyptian classes, according to President Abdul Fattah al-Sisi directions to the government. We are, the whole world, not Egypt, are in an economic crisis, and at the same time, you have to coordinate with all the
Okay.
parties
Yes.
in Egypt.
Yes,
to
Mr. Abdul
face
Latif,
this problem.
unfortunately, we are running out of time. I'd like to thank you so much, Mr. Abdul Latif Wahba, journalist. Thank you for being with us. And by that, dear viewers, we come to the end of today's edition of The Breakfast Show. Thank you for watching.